Welcome to a very special episode. We finally got it.
The new offshore boat.
Let's go. We're back with another episode on the Dream Boat, guys. Look, last week we showed you where this whole concept came from. We showed you the build process. We were jumping around a little bit from Australia, New Zealand and back again. But this week, guys, we're gonna take you on an in-depth walkthrough, show you every little nook and cranny. There's a couple of features on this boat that you're not gonna wanna miss out on, and I just can't wait to show it off. The concept was obviously island hopping boat. So the sleeping arrangements we've done on here, the 12-volt setup is crazy, the fridges. So stay tuned as we take you for a full deep dive on this boat. Now, there's a couple of things I want to get out of the way real quick. I just want to do a couple of thank yous now before we rip into the episode. To start it, Jonathan from Offshore Boats, absolute legend. He's looked after us like you would not believe. The whole team from start to finish, they are a very, very passionate team about building these boats. These guys live and breathe this stuff, so shout out to the whole team. The other one that I can't go unnoticed is Troy from Brisbane Marine. Thanks for making me spend an absolute fortune. I really appreciate it. But mate, no, he's the whole Brisbane Marine team have spent hours on this thing, getting it perfect with a very short time frame at the end here. We're trying to get it done for this big trip. So shout out to Troy, shout out to the team. And I tell you what, if you're interested in one of these boats, make sure you go see Brisbane Marine. He's gonna be the guys bringing them into Australia, and I can tell you, they're gonna be a very, very popular boat. Once a few people get in these, drive them offshore. The other one is the EC Off-Road team, as always. Last minute, Matt, fly in. Hey, can you do a million things to me boat? When do you need it done by? Tomorrow would be great. Leo for putting in the late hours, and the whole team. I'm sure there's plenty of people that have worked on this boat. Couldn't be more stoked, guys. Stay tuned. Here it is, full walkthrough on my dream boat. Let's go. All right, guys, here we go. This has been a long time coming, mate, eh?
Oh, we've been waiting. We've been waiting.
We've been patiently waiting. Me mates have been calling me a liar, telling me it doesn't exist, telling me you're dreaming. What boat? I've been copping it heavy, guys, but it is finally here. We almost named the boat worth the wait, but to fire it off straight away, guys, we haven't named the boat yet. We thought we'd leave it up to the audience. Fire away in the comments. What do you think we should call the big girl? We'll be going through, reading all the comments. We'll probably pick a winner out of them, I'd say.
Well, we haven't come up with anything good.
No.
So
we've got a few, but they're not good enough. So put your thinking caps on, guys. But
start at the front, buddy.
Yeah, we'll start at the front. You guys would have seen, if you haven't, make sure you go back, watch last week's episode, guys. We went through the full build process, us over in New Zealand, test driving boats, the whole 9 yards. So this is just the full walk around where we show you all the detail.
Lofty, come back down, he's too keen.
Come on. Get out of there.
Come on.
It's not just a standard fishing boat, guys. We've put a lot of time, effort, myself, Lofty, Troy from Brisbane Marine and Jonathan from Offshore Boats to really come up with something different. We've sort of taken our knowledge from the four-wheel drive industry, building tourers where you live out of them full time, and we've applied all of that knowledge and a lot of our sponsors into this sort of touring boat setup, leisure, touring and still hardcore fishing boat.
That's it, really. We just wanted to customise it also from our boat knowledge on what we've done and just make the boat that works for us, which is big trips, fishing,
little weekends with the family and friends. So she's a bit of an all-rounder, guys, but let's go. Stay with us. We'll start at the front. First off, the big double bow rails. Now, this is the first one that we've done it on a 750. What's your thoughts?
I probably wouldn't have it without it. It's the perfect height. You stand in there, you can lock your feet in. I won't be going overboard when I get onto a big G, hopefully.
That was sort of the idea, guys, is we wanted something you could really lean against when you're fighting the big Gs. It's also a really good bit of safety. Lofty's gonna have his 2 kids charging around, so Parky and Luca, you know, that's awesome height. They're not gonna fall off the front of the boat. Not a bad spot for a cold beer, just quietly. So, big double bow rails, guys. The biggest thing with offshore boats, the attention to detail is absolutely insane. So we're missing something up front, mate.
All right, well, talking about attention to detail, this, I don't know who's done this, but this front of the boat has actually been sculptured out specifically to fit a Minn Kota.
Yeah.
So instead of having the cutouts out of the bow rails or stopping here, they've actually sculpted the boat so the Minn Kota drops down, doesn't hit anything.
Yeah, it will raise inside the bow rails and lowers down perfectly here. So it's that 1% where these guys just go above and beyond. So it's not here yet, it goes on next week. So right now we're filming this, we are 2 weeks
2 weeks today.
To the day before we leave for our maiden voyage. Essentially, I've done one little overnight at Morton and that's it. And we are taking this thing from Cooktown, 3/4 of the way up to the tip of Australia.
We're going to be doing around 1,500 Ks over a couple of weeks. So
3 blokes living off this boat. So that'll make sense why we've done a lot of things too when you see what's going on.
Righto.
Under the hatch.
What do we got in here, Matty?
So she's a Sav winch, full stainless Sav winch. It's the 1500 SS. From all accounts, they're a bloody ripper, but I've never had
You've never had a button to pull the anchor in?
No, and it's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Lofty?
Yeah, lofty, get the winch. So yeah, guys, having an electric winch up the front is absolutely insane. We got plenty of chain out, and we've got a really nice anchor up front there as well, guys. The whole floor is done with U-deck. This all got done over in NZ. It's a really hard wearing foam. It's a little bit harder than some of the other stuff. We'll see how it wears. I haven't had U-deck before, so that one I'm sort of just excited to see how it goes. But Offshore boys raved about it. We do have a nice little tie-down point up the front, which always comes in handy, along with 2 on the bow rail right up front here as well, guys. So a couple of tie-down points then when you want to rope things off. We got the hatch, nice, massive, big hatch to be able to get in and out of the cabin, airflow, all those sorts of things. Let's spin around and we'll jump up on top of this thing. We'll show you up on top. And then one of my favourite features of the boat, mate, it's got to be this windscreen, eh?
It's got to be that windscreen. One piece, curved. The vision is sensational, but yeah, let's give them a look, eh?
All right, guys, jumping up on top. Really nice, big, hard deck. We got the visor over the front of the windscreen too.
That's Land Cruiser style.
A little bit of Land Cruiser spec there, eh? Of course, we got the U-deck up on top as well. They did a really great job of putting some of our logos up here, which looks good for the drone, top down. But across the front, mate.
We got the Light Force. How many of these have we got? 3.
3, yes.
3 light bars on it.
So we're going with the 12-inch either side, which should give us that nice wide beam. And then we got the 30-inch light bar right in the middle there. No need to be afraid of the dark with this one, Loft.
No, if we get into camp a bit dark, we can light that beach up.
Yeah, I think that will come
crocodiles.
in super handy, knowing us, knowing we always pull in late. So
I think we just got to show this detail of this visor.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognise it at first, but that detail, I don't even know how they've done that, but it looks like it's a moulded piece of aluminium. Like, that's pretty cool.
The aluminium work on this boat, guys, is absolutely second to none. The way that they've then finished it and painted it is insane. You'll see more of the detail as we follow through the boat.
Psycho.
Half of it doesn't look like aluminium, it looks like fiberglass boat. It's that clean and neat. So the other things we got up on top, guys, is I wanted a couple of big hatches right over there in Kiwi land. They don't really worry about these. Here in Queensland,
she's hot.
Stinking hot. So it's great to be able to have one of them above my head, above Lofty's head.
Just a little tighten there and sits where you need it to.
Perfect airflow straight into your face while you're driving, which is great. We've also got a couple of big side windows, which we'll show you. We got the GME aerials up on top here, guys. The other thing we've got up here is the solar panel. Now we'll run you through the 12-volt system when we get down there, but we've got 120 watt red arc solar. Is it enough?
I don't know. We'll tell you in a couple of weeks.
We'll let you know. To be honest, I think we're probably this much short with the ability to have solar fully replenishing everything we're running. But what we have done to compensate that is a pretty wild charging system. So we can easily put 2 up here, but I'm really trying to keep some of this roof space.
Yeah, we're probably going to throw a swag bag or something up there. So having that storage room might be a little bit more important than the extra panel right now, but
we'll find out. We're definitely still in the learning stage with this boat. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of changes, guys, but we wanted to have it as complete as possible to give you guys the initial walkthrough. Of course, we've got the Simrad in the boat. We've got the radar up here, guys. Sneaky little anchor light. I really like the way that they give you a proper nice deck up here for your electronics. So if we splurge later and we decide to chuck FLIR or something like that on the boat, we've got more than enough room.
Don't have to drill through the roof for those little things as well. Like,
bloody awesome, isn't it?
It all helps.
The other thing, guys, that's not up here, which I'll probably put some overlay because it's literally going on in the next 3 days, is Starlink. So we've teamed up with the guys at Outback Communications. They do some incredible kits, but the only thing that's missing up here is the Starlink unit, which is, it's going to be incredible. It means when we're out there, mate, one, the biggest thing is safety. And two, you know, you're going to be away from your family.
We're all going to be away from the family, so to be able to communicate's a big thing. Weather changes, like we all know the weather changes daily. So to be able to make our plans on the go, we're not going to be able to go, we're going to go here, here, and here over the 3 weeks. We're going to be like, weather's blowing this, let's do this trip today. And without Starlink, that's not possible.
No, real-time weather update. Starlink is an absolute game changer when it comes to marine. Now look, when you're out in the bush camping, you can get away with it. But when it comes to the weather and it changing from beautiful to blowing 30, 40 knots or a storm front coming in, and the time of year we're going, we should have really low winds, but when a storm comes, a storm is going to come. And it's going to hit us pretty hard, I'd say. So it's going to be psycho to have those daily updates. Not to mention, we are going to do daily reels showing you guys what's going on, which is something that we've would never have been able to do before. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to be able to show people on the go what we're doing, get you real excited for the series.
Yeah.
It's going to be special, this one.
So that's the only other thing we really need to sneak up top. The other thing I might show you while we're up here too is the rocket launchers off the back. How many we got, Loft? 10.
Matty was trying to restrict me to 10 rods, but don't worry, that's not all. We've got plenty more rod holders around this boat.
So we've got a grand total of, I don't know,
18, I think.
About 18 rod holders on the boat, which is not too bad. No, we got more than that.
Okay.
So we'll give you a run, guys, but epic spread up the top here to be able to have the 10. Let's jump in down underneath, eh? We'll have a squiz.
Yeah.
Righto.
So as we come down the side of the boat, we've got another 3 rod launchers here. Rod launchers, rocket launchers, rod holders, what they're called. But here we got the big carbon fiber. I wanted to show you these today, but someone forgot them.
Lofty forgot to put them in the boat. All right, I forgot them. They look epic.
They are absolutely unreal. Big carbon fiber outriggers. They really set this boat off. They're light as anything. I'm keen to go chase some marlin with them, not that I know what I'm doing. But anyways, let's get in this boat and keep going through it.
Let's go to the very back, Loft.
All right, work our way up to the cabin from there, eh?
So one thing I really wanted was a nice back area. I love fishing off the back of the boat. I love being able to climb on the back. You know, like we got 2 different setups here. This one is your, that's your ladder. So this is the one we're pretty much going to use 90% of the time. Straight up, all your fins, spear guns, all that gear, you can literally sit on this back deck when we're climbing on and off the boat. That side, Loft, we've got
something a little bit special here.
We got a little bit four-wheel drivey, and we've actually put the Explore Life rear wheel bin bag on the back. I don't know why it hasn't been done before, to be honest. It's just a perfect spot.
Yeah, and on the big trips, you want as much room as possible. Like 7.5 metre boat, still want more room, so.
And this one's a gate, so you can literally open the gate, load all your rubbish in, and then close the gate. Job done.
There's many options. I mean, when you've got a gate like this, you can have it open, you can close it. Doesn't really matter.
So all 2 options there.
Open it, close it. You're all good, buddy.
There's the 2 options for the gate, in case you were wondering. On the back, guys. Let's talk about it.
What, this little thing?
Just this little tucker.
Little tucker?
I've gone from a 20 horse.
How many cylinders are this thing?
She is the V10. Mercury. So there'll be a few people in the comments, but I'm a Merc boy. I always have been. My last couple of boats have been Merc. The little black bloody center console, and then my 376 tinny.
You had the 115 on that one?
115.
Pro XS. This is the 400 V10 Mercury Verado.
So to say we stepped it up a notch is an absolute understatement. We had gone to a 300 Pro XS. That's what was actually hung for the show in New Zealand. And then me and Troy from Brisbane Marine got talking, and there's a few features on the Verado that just that little bit better than the Pro XS.
When you put the throttle down and you got 4,000 RPM and you start coming up the back of a wave, most boats, or my boat, will bog down and you've got to give it a bit more and then you back off. This will hold you at 4,000 RPM, whether you're going down the face of a wave, up a wave. I don't know, it knows what to do.
Yeah, it also will adjust its fuel-air ratios when you're cruising to give you that optimum fuel
Economy,
so that's the word I was going for.
What you want to do is just go, I want to cruise at 25 knots, which this boat doesn't like. It's a fast boat.
It likes cruising at 27. At 27, we're banging along and at 1.1 kilometres
to the litre.
which is pretty good, but it likes to go fast. We tested it with Troy. We were banging along at 46 knots before the prop sort of started to rev out. It wasn't a glass off. We haven't had a full glass off trimmer ride out, but
hey, that might happen today.
It's very close to a 50 knot boat. Now, if we were to change the prop, it's a 50 knot boat every single day of the week, but the amount of weight we are going to have on this boat, the amount of extra fuel, gear and people, we've propped it to suit that low torque, punch, up, get going, out of the water. We don't really care about high speed. 40 plus knots is more than enough for
especially with him driving.
100%. I could not be more stoked. We've picked up electric steer with the big girl as well, and we will be adding a joystick very shortly as well. They've got a new joystick system that's going to link in with the Simrad, which we're pretty bloody excited about. But the electric steer on this thing is insane.
It's crazy how light it is, how smooth it is.
It's
the whole motor
gorgeous.
is so smooth, like the throttle.
The throttle's incredible. And look how neat the back of the boat is. Because it's all electric steer, you've got 1 and 2 lines running from the motor to the boat. It just gives you so much space at the back. It's absolutely incredible. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the back of the boat. As we cruise through, you got a nice walkthrough on both sides, which I definitely like. Now, when we do have the big outriggers on and we finally learn how to catch some marlin and we're backing up hard, you got a couple of plastic doovie whackers, chuck them in there, stop any of that excess water, but you got to back up pretty hard. I've had a play and yeah, you'd want to be going pretty hard to get that to happen, just quietly. This side is the live bait tank, all plumbed up, flick a switch, start filling that up.
Matty, missed something back here, mate. Something that you can't see is the twin water tanks that we've got.
Yeah, this was something I spoke to Jonathan about. I was like, look, we're going to be living off this boat. I'd really like some a decent volume of freshwater storage. So we've gone with 2 55-litre bladders instead of your tuna tubes, which is what they predominantly put on. And so that'll give us 110 litres. I've linked these two together with a joining pipe so they'll go down at the same time, which means, you know, you're keeping the ride of the boat really nice, which is something else underneath that we haven't showed you. But 2 filler points on the back, 55 litres.
Nice and easy to fill here, just literally a little clip.
Job done, straight up.
Hose in. Done, fill it up.
Easy. We got the baiting board. Now let's move this. This is another favourite feature of mine. While I was over at the New Zealand Boat Show, me and cameraman Sam were cruising through the bloody boat show holding an esky. I'm trying all different size eskies in the back of the boat. Now I wanted one that was going to be a great seat. So this is a perfect 2-person seat. I wanted it not too high where your feet are dangling. So we've opted, gives the ability to sit at the back of the boat. We've got the matching cushion, double seat. Obviously, this is sort of my main big kill tank when we're fishing offshore locally. For this trip, it's actually going to be all of our spearing gear. It's easy to move around the boat. It fits everywhere around the boat. It fits in the middle of the boat and still allows access down both sides. Great for fishing. Also going to make a lot of sense when I show you where we've got a couple of extra beds that you would not be expecting. Yeah, it's just an esky. I know, I just really like it. So bait board.
This is something to get excited about.
This is an epic feature. 1 little bungee cord, guys, and just watch every boat company copy this now because, to be honest, I don't know why they're all not doing it already. But really good size bait board, drain holes off the back, and it turns from a grubby fishing bait board into our kitchen. Now, I don't know if this has been done on many other boats. It may have already been done, guys, but absolutely frothing this, mate.
Yeah, gives us plenty of room to get that who's
cooker.
doing dinner?
You're the chef, aren't you?
Plenty of room to get the cooking done. Kiani, she's going to be happy. Kids are going to love this.
Yeah.
They'll be able to I don't know, do anything on this thing.
So
it's
pretty
massive.
much gas
and
cooker's going to go there and it'll stay clean because it's not going to have your fish guts all over it. This side is your prepping for a bit of food and we got the sink. So I've got 2 hoses coming off the back. One's your full deck wash down, which I'll show you. So you got your deck wash, which is salt water. So you can use that to clean all your blood and guts up. And then the other side, guys, is linked to our fresh water. So if you need to fill up your water bottles, if you need drink, or you want a little quick rinse before bed, we got the salt wash, we got the fresh water wash, which is bloody excellent.
Little clip on that side, that's not going anywhere.
All right, so underneath here, guys, we've got our start battery. That one is purely just for your motor. Red Arc charging, we've got the BCDC 50 amp. I've actually got carried away.
Yeah.
I've just ordered a second one. This side, guys, house batteries, 250 amp alpha Red Arc batteries. So 300
amps of lithium.
Not
And
too bad, eh?
I think with the amount of electronics and stuff this thing's got, we'll probably use it.
We're going to use it. EC Off-Road have also helped out with a lot of the little features and the Red Arc gear throughout the boat. So I'm going to try and run in parallel two 50 amp charges. An hour of driving, you're pumping 100 amps straight back into the battery. So if you're dead flat, 3 hours.
That was also another big reason for going up to the 400 Merc, is the alternator was bigger. So what do you remember?
150 amp alternator.
150 amp alternators.
That is why we've only got the 120 watt solar panel, guys. It should be enough to trickle feed. We'll run you through exactly what we're drawing off, but it should trickle feed what's going on. And then we got the 300 amps of storage. And if we can pull that off and it actually works, which technically it should,
yeah, it should.
100 amps an hour of charging is crazy.
Well, 3 hours of traveling, it's from dead flat, we're charged.
Wow.
We're good.
All right, guys, cool little feature, the old button on the side. Push it with your knee, wash your hands, all the blood and guts come off. I stole that from my mate Donnie's boat. I've used it on his boat and I was frothing it and I was like, Jonathan, let's chuck one of these in. So he was all over it. Now, I guess as we just keep moving forward, guys, epic black bow rails run all the way through. The full grey and black colour scheme, I'm absolutely frothing over it. It is colour matched to suit my 2500 Ram, which is very exciting. It's in the shop with a busted gearbox, don't tell anyone. Something's good, something's bad. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Nice U-deck wrapping all the way down the side on the gunnels, guys, which I absolutely love. Great gunnel height for sitting on, nice wide gunnels. Obviously, you got your rod holders, you got your cup holders. Lofty, do you want to come and show them your bed, mate?
Yeah, I do. Righto, let's jump down under the gunnel. So we've got 5 spear guns in here, and I think most of them are all 1200. So that's pretty good for us, because one thing we're wondering is where are we going to put the spear guns? They all fit in there pretty snug, but it's what's under that that's special here. Now, on my trips with the family, this will be for the kids. But when I go with Maddie, Lofty, you're out the back.
Simply undo 2 latches, which Lofty still hasn't learnt to do. Roll it out.
Yep, my pins.
Slide the pin in.
Pin in each end.
Show us how it's done.
Oh.
Decky.
Now I'm 6'4", so if you're a little bit
shorter, you'll be in trouble. Lofty's just a standard 6'1". All right, we're still lying. Lofty might not be the biggest bloke in the world, but it actually is perfect for him. I just fit. There is one on each side, guys. So this will be cameraman Sam and Lofty on the trip. It's just a little turnbuckle. You just pull that thing straight through like that.
Probably wasn't designed mainly for adults. Adults can sleep on it overnight reef trips, no worries. But I mean, you go away with the family. We haven't shown you what the drop-down sides can do to make this a caravan yet, but they're going to be comfy as all heck on this. They're going to be dry, they're going to be up off the ground, so you've been fishing and there's blood and guts or anything on the ground and you've posted off, you're going to be clean. So, what do you reckon, Matty? Don't try to make yourself look tall over there.
I froth it, mate. You know, I'm 6'1.5". All right, I'm not quite 6 foot either. Don't tell anyone. It's at about 1750 long. Pillow up here. You might need to bend a leg if you're a little bit taller, but epic feature. It's something we really wanted on this boat, is the ability to sleep a minimum of 3 blokes. You could easily go away for an overnighter, 2 couples, or when Lofty pinches it,
and
mate,
they're always
set.
in here. Like, they're always packed in there. Yeah, again, they're up off the ground. You don't have to put swag or a mattress on the wet ground.
The amount of times I've set up swags on the back deck and, you know, there's not enough room to set them up properly, so you just lay them there straight in the blood and guts, and it's bloody, it's terrible. So that's why we also went that specific size esky, guys. Gives you plenty of room. And I think it's an epic feature that's probably going to get copied a lot. Once again, again.
I can just see myself travelling like this a fair bit, to be honest.
I am a little bit worried that we'll wake up in the morning, I'll be like, all right, boys, we've got 100K to do today.
I won't even put the bed away. I'll keep the pillow on the mattress.
It'll be chilling there, and I'll have to get out of my comfy cabin, and away we go. But epic feature, especially for the kids. So if you're looking for an all-round family boat, this has got you well and truly covered. So simple, so easy. And then all you do is little latch here, guys. It's all built into the canvas. Slide the latch back, slide this latch back, lock her in, and then roll her up. Out of the way.
We've only done this about 3 or 4 times, so we're only going to get quicker and quicker. Like, it's that easy to do. That's the main thing. Sometimes these little gadgets and gadgets, they take you 3 months to figure out how to use. But everything here's been designed so well that it's nice and easy. Anyone can manage.
There you go. Job done, tucked away, no dramas. The back canopy. Now, this took a lot of thought as well. And once again, Jonathan from Offshore Boats knocked this completely out of the park. We really wanted to be able to fully enclose the boat for when we're doing these overnighters, if a big storm rolls through. One of the biggest dramas we've probably faced, mate, or you specifically have faced when you're away with the fam.
It's rain and weather. Without going to like a 30-foot boat where your cabin's meters and meters long, you really don't have many options to stay out of the weather except in this.
Yours, hiding in the little cab. In this, we do have a really nice cabin up front, but the boys are sleeping on the back. We know we're going to get hit with rain, so we thought, let's make this thing full.
This is the game changer.
Liveaboard.
This really is the game changer to make it a liveaboard, able to do the big trips comfortably.
Yep. You got your full length. Up top here, you got 2 options. You've either got your fly screen. This simple. You can roll this one up out of the way, and that gives you more sunlight in the boat, or you flip the canvas cover over, zip it on, and that is job done. Now at the back, I leave this one on permanently so far because it doesn't get in the way. Doesn't affect any of your vision. But we can go in a couple of minutes from this to this. There you go, guys. This is fully enclosed. I've left the fly screen here so we can still got a little bit of light, but you shut the fly screen up and you can fully bunker down. Now, the cool thing is you can actually fully open these up for a bit of airflow, roll them out of the way, or you can just drop the fly screen down.
Easy.
At night time, no bugs are coming in and you still get a little bit of breeze. You can also roll up this piece of canvas and you get that back breeze rolling through here as well, guys. So super versatile, completely transforms the boat, eh?
That's the difference between being comfortable and being wet.
You know, sitting on the back deck with a swag, just getting absolutely belted, or in here, there's actually a beautiful breeze coming through here right now.
Absolutely.
Nice breeze, stretch your beds out, guys, and you know, when that big storm comes across, couple of minutes, throw them on, everything stays nice and dry. Reality is we're going to have camera gear, we're going to have all our clothes, like there's going to be shit everywhere living off a boat. So just the ability to be able to bunker down is a game changer. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well done, Offshore. I've seen a lot of different canvas setups over the years and most of them are a massive pain in the arse.
Yeah, that, like I said, we have only done this. That was the 2nd time.
Yep.
Took all of a few minutes. I'm happy to do it with the family and the kids without cursing.
Yeah, there's no divorces happening, and you know, that's what it's all about. Practical, fully usable, and yeah, we're stoked. So let's creep up the front of the cab, eh?
Matty, you can't keep up, mate. You're giving away wild prizes every month.
Yeah, mate, we've had some cracking winners over the last couple of months. We had the Caravan, the Sky RV winner. We had probably one of my favourite giveaways, the Alpha 79. And then we've just recently given away the Traveller 45.
Yeah, they are some epic prizes, Matty. What's gone away this month, though?
So this month, guys, on the Dream, we decided to build the ultimate weekend warrior package. So we've got the Space Cab Ranger, plenty of room in the back for the family and the kids as well, but we've got the big tray for the CRF 450. Guys, all of our members, you are automatically in the draw every single month. If you haven't joined Australia's biggest outdoor club, $5 will get you in the draw right now, and you could be getting a phone call that you've won all of this. Before we get into the cabin, guys, we've got 4 lights up on top. Now they are all on the full coloured switch, which we'll show you in a minute. So you can have red, blue, orange, white, whatever you want, but ideally white. And when the bugs come through, flick it over to orange and we can be nice and bug friendly. 6-inch light force spotty up here as well, guys. That just does the whole back of the boat. If it's raining, everything's closed up, we can turn that one on. Everything's lit up. Once again, we've gone the orange for the bugs, because otherwise we can turn the cabin lights on. As we sneak through, I'll show you them now. Cabin lights on. You got blue, white, yellow, pink, purple, red, orange, and then I can dim them as well. So hold that switch down, dim up, dim down. That's lighting all down the side here. That's lighting up in the cabin. And if I turn the back ones on, the colors link to that. So pretty bloody cool, really neat strip lighting out of the way. Another great feature, everything is finished to just the most premium quality on the offshore boats, guys. So nice grab handles. Anyone who's been on a boat knows you're always looking for a handle when you're coming through. Normally, it's me and Lofty's boat. That swivels round. I'm sneaking up to Lofty and I want to see what's happening on the sounder. You want something to bloody grab onto. So nice grab handles through the middle, and they finished off the roof and the sides of the boat with the same texture and material that all of your cushions are wrapped in. So bloody epic. This one flips around, guys. Pull the cushion off and you can change the backrest up here by lowering this table, which we'll get to shortly. Table goes down. Chuck that bad boy in there. We got the nice spread at the back. I'm here. Loft's there.
Autopilot's on.
Autopilot on. What do you got underneath you, Loft?
Well, we got the Dometic 75 Dual Zone. It's on a fridge slide. I haven't opened it once yet, but turns out it's that easy. It's going to have all our food for the trips.
I reckon we're going to run one permanently as freezer. We've got a 2-week on the water. So steak, sausages, a few veggies frozen. And then as we start using all that meat, it'll go in here. And then we'll have some freezer space to start knocking a few fillets off the fish we're catching and freeze a couple. We're not obviously keeping many fish on this trip. It's going to be, it's not a stock to freezer trip, but we'll be able to bring a few fillets home, which is pretty cool. That one slides out of the way. There is a sneaky little chopping board underneath. Obviously, this is designed not necessarily to be used in a boat. Don't think we'll be using that, but it is there. This side, guys, here we've got an upright fridge. It's the 80-litre upright fridge. This is going to be our day-to-day fridge. This is what we're going to be using predominantly for all of our food and drinks, and this one will only get opened as a bit of a restocker. So
that's a wake boat that just went past.
That's a wakeboard boat. All right, sneaking down this side, this was just blank space. So we've gone with 2 of the Explore Life upright fridge organisers. They're just an organiser, guys. You can slap these anywhere. That's why I put the eyelets on. You can either zip tie them around your car, but they've got a sticky back. So we've put 2 on here. We got our salt and peppers. We got the zinc, mate. I bought us some zinc. That's good.
This nose needs one.
That's good for the 2 big snozzers on this boat. Stubby coolers. We got all our cups. We're still starting to pack slowly, but I got 3 cups / wine glasses, rum cups, whatever you want to call them. And then we've got pockets just for the stuff that you want to use day in, day out. It's kind of dead space. You don't run into it. There's actually
so much room up the centre there that
it's actually awesome. Okay, sneaking over here. Now we put plenty of thought into this little zone. There's a couple of different configurations that you could have had, but I've opted with the table chair combo. So you've seen the first one, sitting back when you're trawling. That's one variation, and you can still have someone sitting sideways. Flip that over for us, Loft. You simply spin that cushion around. Variation 2 is the full lounge. Now, the other cushion is in the shed. So this is the other variation, guys. Full comfy lounge, kicking back here. This is not a bad spot in the boat, just quietly.
I like that variation.
Yeah, you reckon you might be using that variation?
Yeah, usually I like to drive, but I reckon I'm going to let Matty drive a lot in this boat.
Well, I reckon you're not going to have too much option there. Yeah, there's a new skipper in town, mate.
Hey, I'm not complaining when I can sit in spots like that.
So that's the second variation, full comfy lounge. I suppose the other variation you can do here, guys, is this backrest comes right out, and you give yourself 1, 2, 3 people sitting side on. This is sort of what your boat's like, right? You got the 3 cushions here.
Yeah, just amped up.
Yep.
Bigger, comfier, better.
That's another option. We'll chuck these back in. I love these backrests that you can spin them around. Then this is the one that it'll probably stay in 95% of the time. Comes up on a nice gas strut. Lock that guy off. This is us.
Oh.
dinner, cards. The esky actually slides in here. It acts as a third seat, and you can sit here and have a game of cards between the three lads. But mate, I think this is going to be super handy.
Just another one of those little creature comforts that makes it, yeah, a tourer, not just a fishing boat.
Yeah. And the other variation, if Lofty stays there, one thing I really wanted on this boat, no offence, but I hate sitting sideways. On Lofty's boat, I can only sit sideways, and I like to watch where I'm going. So you're going to undo this, 2 buttons, slide that out, the canvas moves forward. You can tuck your feet in here. So then you've got 3 people facing forward when you're on the punch, which to me, I think that is a pretty cool combination to have 3 lads sitting forward.
Absolutely.
Away you go. That's this corner. Very comfy, very bloody comfy. Underneath this, lots of storage. So we got a big drawer here, another drawer, and one more underneath there. Come check out my side of the couch. You stay over there, mate, you stay over there. Well, this is well and truly shaping up to be my dream boat. Let us know in the comments, all you boaties out there, what is your dream boat? How big is it? What brand is it? And I'll tell you what, we're going to pick a random comment and we're going to give you a $100 online store voucher to the Explore Life. Grab yourself a couple of fishing shirts for your next adventure. Righto, welcome to the captain's seat. You good back there, Dickie? So I am frothing. Now look, one thing that I love is a bit of comfort when driving a boat, and I've been in so many different boats where the ergonomics are completely wrong. Now that's a big word for me, ergonomics.
What, completely?
I hate it when you get in a boat and you can't sit down and steer and accelerate. Like a lot of the times, if you're sitting up comfy in a captain's chair, you can't actually reach anything. Run you through the helm. We got nice big pockets. There's one down each side. They're all beautifully carpet lined. Look at, once again, the detail, the aluminium work is just second to none. We got the Merc helm right here. Throttle, bang, bang, away you go. Nice pivot steering wheel as well. So you go instantly from being here, slide this one up, and you can adjust the helm. Really good standing position. Once again, everything is right where you want it. You can reach the window, you can reach the sounder. All of my switching is right here. I don't know about you guys, but this is just something that I absolutely love about this cockpit, is that everything is where it should be. It sounds silly, but most boats, they just f it up. I don't know, they just tend to ruin it. Now this is cool, it's on a slide. So for the longer leg boys, you can go further back. 2 different spots for your feet. I'm only a short bastard, so I use the top rung. For you, Loft, you're up here somewhere, mate. You'll be right.
I'm allowed to drive.
Righto, then you got the handy pivot with a couple of different lockouts. So you can be here, watching where you're going, and you can still focus on the spread out the back. Feet up on the cushions. It's comfy.
It is comfy.
It's comfy.
We've said that a few times, but yeah, we're going to be comfy.
We are going to be comfy. When Lofty's in his lounge, don't worry, I've got a solution. I can sit this up here and I can actually spin that bugger all the way around. Check this out, Loft. I haven't shown you this one. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, I'll be comfy.
And our autopilot Al's going to be driving?
Yeah, Al, he'll take care of most of it. We've got the GME. You got to have your VHF, your communications. Once again, right where you want it, right next to the helm. Come in Lofty's boat, or Donnie's boat I should say, for this trip. How wet you getting over there, Donnie? Dan, you all right, mate? I see you trying to put that tarp up while we're comfy under here. It's a push button start, which is pretty bloody cool. What else have we got? Wet sounds. We've got a pretty full-on stereo system in this boat, guys. So we got 6 speakers, 6-inch speakers around the boat, and one rather large 12-inch subwoofer. So we're going to be the guys you don't want to camp next to on the water. A few things we need to mount correctly, but EPIRB, I think we're going to mount that one in there. We've also got a fire extinguisher handy, everything at arm's reach that you need. Back to the helm, guys. We've got the 19-inch Simrad, which, mate, doesn't that just
That's bigger than me TV at home.
It's perfect for this size boat. Gives you everything right at a touch of your fingertips, everywhere you need it. If not one of the best, everyone will just argue different. Let me know in the comments, actually. Simrad, Garmin, Ray Marine, or Lowrance.
Well, we've got a bit to learn, really. We don't really know how to operate it fully yet, but
no,
we'll get there.
There's a few more features on this that I definitely haven't used. Didn't have too many features on the 6-inch, on the 20 the 20 horsepower tinny, so so we got a few things to learn. Got your Simrad control up here as well, guys. Seakeeper rides. Now, this was another big decision, but when it comes to trim tabs, we've gone with the Seakeeper. And mate,
I want some, I tell you that much right now. So we're going into all sorts of conditions. You turn them off and it does what DP boats do, you know? Yep. Lists a little bit into the wind, just the normal things. You hit that button, it just goes dead flat, it holds the nose right, but unlike the traditional tabs that you sink them down, the nose sits in the whole time.
Yeah.
This just puts the nose in when the nose needs to go in, so
basically they're like a cupping mechanism on the back of the boat. You run 4 blokes to that side of the boat and it just goes bang. Instantly level. For the little amount that we've done so far, insane, like insane.
Yeah, and one of the other big things I've noticed running tabs and all that kind of stuff is you put the tabs in and the nose digs in and you watch your fuel economy just go down a little bit. We put these Seakeepers on and the fuel economy got better. So
stay tuned, guys. We'll give you more of an update as we use them in some bigger seas and different conditions. But so far, initial thoughts on the Seakeepers, I am blown away. Now, if you've got one of those boats that slaps and rolls, you know, a big plate boat or even a big glass boat, go and have a look at the Seakeeper rides, and just what they do to a boat is insane. So very excited to have the Seakeeper rides on the boat. It was a little bit of extra expense, but I tell you what, it's worth every single cent so far.
Now, Matty, you almost missed something on the Simrad. So we got 2 transducers on this one, and we've gone with 2 1 kilowatt transducers. We got the high wide and the medium transducers. So we got the medium for when we go on that bit deeper, and we got the high wide for everything else. So we're running the high wide at the moment, the SS 175 high wide. What were you running? 30 knots in 40 meters of water? And
no, I can run up to 37, 38 knots before it starts to chime out.
And it just, yeah, reads beautifully. So,
reads like a charm. Stoked.
That's what we need. We need to find those fish. So
yeah, so far it's been clear, and we just wanted something that we could run at 30 knots, you know, 25 knots really, and you pick up those pinnacles, those bommies, and this is going to do it. So we'll find that more.
Yeah,
more fish.
It makes all the difference. If you don't have a good sounder, you're going to miss so many fish, and I've only just recently found that. Years of having a shit sounder and driving over stuff.
Yeah, now we're on. The other thing, guys, switches everywhere we want. Anchor switch, we got both our fridge, fresh water and saltwater wash down, our bait tank. We've got 2 bilges running 1 automatic and 1 manual in case one itself. We've got a backup bilge, always handy. We've got our courtesy lights. We've got the underwater lights, which we haven't got any content of yet, but I flicked them on the other night and they're absolutely epic. We got the deck lights, spotlights, our floodlights up on top, and then of course anchor light and our red-green lights. So everything is just switched, simple, right where you need it, labelled correctly. You can be as sharp as Lofty and still know what you're turning on. So happy days. All right, so as we move forward, guys, this was the big talking point that myself and Lofty are absolutely frothing over. The one-piece solid windscreen. Mate, the vision out of this boat.
Absolutely awesome. You can see all corners of the front, which is what you need to do.
And the double bow rail hasn't blocked vision at all. It was one thing I was a bit worried about.
Yeah, we were a bit worried about that, but
what
were we worried about, mate?
Yeah, we're worrying for nothing. You can stand at the back of the boat and look all the way through and just have epic vision, which is bloody unreal. So nice big dash, guys, all carpeted. Literally, there's a full camera bag up on the dash out of the way where we're going to need it. There's always a debate whether some people like this open, some people like it closed. Personally, I like it open so that you can walk all the way in. Now, we've got a few things stacked in here for our trip. So we've got a massive box. I'll sneak that one out of the way. Oof. And you've got, you know, really nice area to be able to actually walk into the cabin and reach down and get everything without having to dive in sort of head first, do your back. While I am here, I'll show you this cool little feature. Simply slide that out of the way and you can sit in here and you can get your business done. Now look, this slightly overkill for a fishing boat, but like we said, it's a bit of an all-rounder. I can take the missus out for a nice little overnighter at Moreton Island. The girls don't need to hang off the back of the boat. If they need to go to the bathroom, they've got the option. I know Kiani is going to be stoked. She's been upgraded from the bucket.
From the bucket.
The bucket gets put aside, guys. Macerator, straight out, simple, easy, and to be quite honest, it doesn't take up much room.
No,
really.
Really don't lose much room.
No, you're losing this little section here. It's bugger all. I'll sneak you in here now and I'll sort of show you how much room there is under the cabin, along with a couple of the other little electronics. All right, guys, welcome to inside the cabin. It is a pretty good sized cabin. So I am only about 5'10", and you've got a good, I'd say 500 extra length. So 6'3", you're actually got more than enough leg room in this cabin. So it is, I would say it's close to the optimum size cabin. Lose a little bit of space, but we opted for storage. So 2 really nice big storage hatches on the side. Once again, look at the finish. Or the finish on this thing's insane, but you got the hole up top there where we can store stuff. You got the side hatches, guys. Underneath all of this is more storage as well. So storage galore, finished absolutely beautifully, all carpeted. But I slept on here on the weekend, me and the misso, and it was absolutely lovely. Nice big hatch, airflow coming in. Actually, if I lower that down a little bit, it might filter it more into the cabin. Oh yeah, that's nice. So guys, cabin, beautiful. I'll spin the camera around and I'll show you how much gear we've actually got stored in here as well. A couple of little sneaky electronics. On this wall here, we have Mr. Red Vision. Now, pretty bloody cool to have a Red Vision system in the boat. This is going to let me know what's going on. It's going to tell me how much solar's coming in, how much power's going out, how much charge we're getting when we've got the 250 amp chargers there. I can turn, which one if I go down? I can turn my fan on. So we've snuck in here, nice little Sirocco fan. That's just gonna get the airflow cruising through the cabin on those hot summer nights when we're up north. I'm gonna put another one on that side. Don't tell Lofty, he doesn't have any fans out the back. We've got a couple of 12 volt outlets all throughout all the pockets. And then we've got the Starlink button, turn that one on, and the inverter button. So check her out, 2000 watt, pure Synwave red arc inverter. Is it overkill? Maybe. Can I have my coffee machine and have a delicious coffee in the morning? Yes, I can. So pretty excited about that. We were just gonna run a 1200 and I got excited and I was like, well, if we're gonna run a 1200, we may as well run 2000 watt. Means we can have the toasted sandwich maker, the coffee machine, all on the boat. Once again, tiny little creature comforts that allow us to stay off grid even longer. Little black box up here, Outback Communications. This is the start of that Starlink wiring that we were telling you about. Epic, tucked in, out of the way. We'll run an antenna up onto the roof and you'll see the Starlink actual little satellite section up on the roof. 2 clips, zip it all up. You can fully enclose the cabin and hide if we need to hide. Now, how did you go? Did you learn something?
So I did learn something. So Simrad, it's all new to me. I'm learning with Simrad, come from other brands. So far, so good. But the S5100 module, that allows you to run different frequencies at the same time. Yep. From what I understood then, we can run the 2 transducers at the same time. Could be wrong there, but you can definitely run 2 frequencies off the same transducer. It also puts more power into it, gives you a cleaner, sharper image. Yep. Yeah, mate,
that's what I understood.
Got what you want.
I know, that's what I sort of understood, is it gives it a bit more extra power to your transducers, and it allows for a clearer, higher frequency. So you're getting, it's reading faster than it normally would. So it's essentially like a booster. She's a booster for your transducers. So that's why we can run nearly 40 knots and I can see absolutely picturesque. We'll learn more with this gear as we get along.
Yeah,
I'll tell you about it in our episodes. We've still got loads to learn. Once again, guys, you know, we've only been spearing for a couple of years. I've only been fishing for a couple of years. So this boat is ridiculous, but we started off at a 6.5 metre tinny. And somehow
6.5.
Lofty just was like, no, needs to be bigger than mine, otherwise what's the point? So then we went up, and then we went up, and then we went up, and then we put a bigger motor on and a bigger motor on, and then we started doing canvas, and we're like, let's fully enclose it. And now I'm broke. I have no money left.
But I'm keen because we got an awesome boat to do great trips in.
Oh God, we're going to use the hell out of this thing, guys, because wow, did we get carried away. But that's inside the cabin. Happy days. All right, guys, well, there you go. That was sort of the detailed walk around the new offshore boat. Let us know in the comments, what are your thoughts? You know, as soon as we get back from this big trip, I will be trying to do an open day down at Brisbane Marine where you guys can come along, touch, feel, have a look, and then even if you guys are really serious on buying a offshore boat to New Zealand, you'll be able to take it for a run the next day, see how it rides. I honestly...
Won't be disappointed. Will not be disappointed.
No, I honestly reckon it's going to rival a lot of the big plate builders. It's going to ruffle a few feathers, and I reckon you're going to start seeing a lot more of these floating around. But thoughts?
My thoughts, I think it is, like, it blew my mind how it rode.
Yeah.
Talking about how it rides and all that, I'm coming out of a 7-metre glass boat. This thing rides sensational, and the finishes are, I can't believe you're going to actually let me use it. And
I'm not.
And yeah, no, I just can't wait to use it, Matty. It's just so well thought out, everything.
I'm that excited. We leave in 2 weeks today for the biggest trip we've ever even considered doing. This has been in the planning for what, a year and a half?
Yeah, and it's pretty special because it's not just a trip where it's me and Matty or Matty and someone else from work. This is a group of 4 best mates getting to do a trip of a lifetime together. And we get to take you guys along with us.
It's the one where you and the boys sit around, you have a million beers, you talk about it, you dream about it, and somehow it's actually going to happen, guys. So I can't believe it's in 2 weeks. We've been talking about it for over a year.
My wife's going to be real happy once this is over because
it's all we talk about.
We have spoken hours upon hours about this trip.
It's actually ridiculous. It's like 3 phone calls a day. Like, what about this thing and that thing? And oh, and it rode this good, and I finally put it in the water. And we've been carrying on like absolute heads for about a solid month, hard the last month, and for about a year prior. So the girlfriends, wives, they'll be happy to see this one done. Offshore Boats New Zealand, Jonathan, thank you so much for putting in the time and putting up with all the little things I wanted. You've blown all the expectations out of the water. Brisbane Marine for all of your expertise, helping us out with the Mercury motor, helping us design all of the Simrad setup, what transducers to run, all the bits and pieces. You know, he's been a huge part of this build, massive part of this build. And then Lofty, Donnie and Dino for the 400 hours on the phone. Should we do this? Should we do that? I am absolutely just blown away. This is a proper dream come true for me. I've dreamt of having a fishing boat, and this is 10 times better than I ever thought I'd ever get to. So I can't wait to use it. Let us know in the comments if you're keen for the greatest trip of all, because it's coming up. We're so bloody excited, guys. Really keen to just get out there, give you guys some content.
Yeah, let's go.
Cheers for watching. Till next time, get out there and enjoy the Explore life. Let's go.